Reading Rocket.
Disney Pixar Inside Out 2, The Junior Novelization, Chapter 9. In the rec room, the Firehawks flopped down on the couches and cracked open cans of soda while music played in the background. A couple of girls started a game of foosball. Riley found a seat on the couch. Allie turned to her with a serious look. "Who's your favorite band, Michigan?" Allie asked. Riley stalled. "Everyone's staring at us," Anxiety fretted, bouncing around. "There is only one right answer to this question." "Oh, Get Up and Glow! They're awesome," Riley said. "Get Up and Glow?" Val grinned. "I was all over them in middle school." Riley sucked in her breath. Was Val saying Get Up and Glow was babyish? Danny looked at Riley. "You still don't like them, do you?" Embarrassment stepped up to drive, but ended up fainting on the console. "No, Riley, we need a band they think is cool, not one we actually like," said Anxiety. "We need to recall everything we know about music," Envy suggested. Anxiety hit a button on the console. Far out above long-term memory, Sadness was crawling through the recall tube when it suddenly turned on. She was instantly sucked toward headquarters. "Ah!" Sadness yelled as she tumbled through the tube along with dozens of musical memory spheres. A second later, the tube spat her onto the floor in headquarters. A pile of memory spheres poured out on top, keeping her hidden from the other emotions. One of the memories plopped into the recall player and played in Riley's mind. "Triple Dent Gum will make you smile." "Ugh, get that out of here!" Anxiety shrieked. While the new emotions were distracted, Sadness crawled out of the pile of memories. She slipped around the corner to hide, but not before Embarrassment saw her. Soon, Envy began to dig through the music memories. "That's the best we have? These are mostly jingles and Dad's yacht rock," she said, tossing them away. "Okay, don't panic," Anxiety said, completely panicking. "What do we do?" Ennui stood up from the couch. She cracked her knuckles. "If we don't like their music, we have nothing to offer these girls," Anxiety went on. "We'll be outed as the imposter we obviously are." "Pardon, excuse-moi," Ennui said, pushing Anxiety aside. "I've been waiting my whole life for this very moment." She pressed a button on the console. "Oh yeah, I love Get Up and Glow," Riley sneered. Val and her friends chuckled. Anxiety was thrilled. Sarcasm was so effective. And they had this powerful tool right at their fingertips. Little did they realize how powerful it was. Suddenly, the calm current of the stream of consciousness began to churn. The emotions felt the broccoli lurch as it picked up speed. Then they heard a rumble. Straight ahead, construction cranes began to topple over. Everything around them began to rattle and fall, creating a massive cloud of dust. The emotions screamed. Ahead of them, the ground had crumbled away. A chasm appeared out of nowhere, and they were headed right for it. "Abandon ship!" Joy yelled before they went over the newly formed waterfall. The emotions leapt from the broccoli. Anger, fear, and disgust landed on the shore, but Joy didn't make it. "Joy!" Disgust screamed as she fell. At the last second, Joy caught the edge of the cliff. Dangling by one hand, she watched the broccoli plunge over the ledge. It tumbled down, down, into the abyss, and made a tiny splash at the bottom. Joy felt a jolt of recognition. It reminded her of the splash a memory made when it dropped into the belief system. "Give us your hand, come on!" Anger cried. The other emotions pulled Joy up. They gazed across the massive gorge that had suddenly appeared in their path. "What is that?" Fear asked. "That's a sarcasm," a nearby worker replied as he walked past them. "Sarcasm?" Disgust asked, confused. What in the world had caused it? Just then, they heard Riley's sarcastic sneer echo in the air around them. "Oh yeah, Get Up and Glow is my favorite band." Joy was shocked. But she loves Get Up and Glow. What are they doing to her up there?
What's next, Anxiety?
Shouted Anger.
First our birth state, now our music. Is anything good enough for you?
Fear paced back and forth in a panic. What now? What if we can't follow the stream? We don't know where we're going. If we don't know where we're going, we can't follow the stream, he wailed. It's an endless loop of tragedy and consequence. Or we could just ask those guys, Joy said, pointing. On the far side of the chasm, a crew of mind workers was operating a crane. Fear stopped in his tracks. Oh yeah, or that. The emotions waved their arms at the workers. Boy, are we lucky we ran into you guys, Joy yelled, but the sarcasm distorted her voice. To the workers on the other side, it sounded like Joy was mocking them. Boy, are we lucky we ran into you guys. We really need your help, Fear yelled. We really need your help, the echo sarcastically taunted. What's their problem? One of the mind workers grumbled. On the other side of the chasm, the emotions were just as confused. Why weren't the mind workers coming to help? You just gotta turn on the charm, Disgust said. She cupped her hands around her mouth to make her voice really carry. I bet you're the best crane crew in the world. The mind workers' mouths fell open. Wow, those guys are jerks, one said. They turned their backs and walked away. From the other side of the chasm, the emotions watched them in disbelief.
Wow, those guys are jerks,
Anger grumbled. Back in headquarters, Ennui was leaning hard on the sarcasm button. Every time the Firehawks laughed, she pressed it again. Oh yeah, Get Up and Glow is so awesome, Riley sneered. Riley, what are you talking about? You love Get Up and Glow, someone said. Riley turned. Bree and Grace had walked in. They looked at Riley with puzzled expressions. My mom literally just took us to their concert, Grace added. Uh-oh. Riley glanced from her old friends to Val and the Firehawks. They were listening with interest. Well, yeah, I mean, sure, but... She stammered. Grace folded her arms. But what? We had a great time. Come on, why are you telling them that? Anxiety groaned in headquarters. Ennui pushed the sarcasm button. Yeah, we had a great time, Riley said, her voice dripping with sarcasm. Yeah, best night of my life. The Firehawks laughed. Bree and Grace looked upset. Well, this has been hilarious, said Grace. But we're gonna go, added Bree. They headed for the door, shooting Riley dirty looks. Okay, bye, Riley called after them, feeling a little guilty. In headquarters, an orange memory sphere of the Firehawks laughing at Bree and Grace's expense rolled onto the shelf. Anxiety picked it up and replayed it. See, as long as we like what they like, we've got all the friends we need, Anxiety said with satisfaction. With her in charge, Riley would be a Firehawk in no time. Well, I'm gonna go to bed, Val announced. Oh, really? Riley asked, a bit disappointed that their hangout was being cut short. Yeah, it's late, Val told her. Plus, you'll want to get some sleep before tomorrow's scrimmage. What scrimmage? Riley asked. It's just something Coach always does on the last day, Val explained. It's how Val made the team as a freshman, Danny added. Val frowned. What? Don't tell her that. Danny ignored her. Val scored 2 goals. No freshman had ever done that, she told Riley. Technically, it's not your tryout for next year, but it basically is, Allie added. That got Anxiety's attention. You'll do great. Just be yourself, Val said. She gave Riley a fist bump and left. The other girls headed back to their rooms, too. Did you hear that? Anxiety squawked. We could become a Firehawk tomorrow. Envy looked at the empty space where Riley's sense of self used to be. But how do we be ourself if our new self isn't ready yet? Envy asked. Anxiety grabbed more orange memory spheres from the wall. The new emotions piled them into the elevator. "Then let's move these babies downstairs," Anxiety said. From their hiding place, Sadness watched as the elevator doors closed.
Thanks for listening. Don't forget to like and subscribe for regular uploads. If you have a favorite book you'd like read, go ahead and leave it in the comments. Until next time, friends!